Faith Under the Lights podcast. Make sure to subscribe and share.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a new edition of Faith Under the Lights. We're here at Prayer and Worship in the Park here in Gonzales, Louisiana. And who's putting this on, Cole?
Brenda.
Miss Brenda with, what's that?
Bride on Fire.
Bride on Fire Ministries. Been a pretty awesome event so far. Had a couple of good speakers. And so we got our first testimony that's going to come up here. It's Mr. Gary Potts, a good friend of mine. We're in a connect group together at the Church International, and so I know a little bit about you, but I don't really know your story, man. And so it's good to kind of get you on here and let you share what your story is. So I guess we just start off, man. You just tell us who you are, where you're from, what you like to do, and just give us the rundown real quick.
All right. Gary Potts.
What do you think?
So, all right, I grew up in Kentucky, born and raised there until I was 19. Parents divorced when I was 7.
Okay.
Moved to Texas with my dad when I was 19. Then I stayed there with him for a little while. Now I was on the road working a lot in the plants. Then came over here, did a job back in 2012, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was only supposed to be here for, I don't know, right at a year. But I was single at the time. I had no kids or nothing at the time. And then ended up meeting my wife. Ended up meeting actually on a online dating site.
So those things do work.
Yeah, they work.
That's good.
So I wasn't even really looking for nothing serious or nothing like that. I mean, I was still kind of wild back in them days.
Yeah.
And I met her, and we never separated after that. So ended up planting some roots here, and we ended up getting married back in 2016, which almost didn't happen because our venue got flooded.
Oh yeah.
The 2016 flood.
Massive flood in 16. That's right.
So they was able to clean the place up and do all that within like a week.
Yeah.
So we was able to still keep our date and get married. And so then a couple years later, we had a couple kids. Got a 5-year-old son. Then we just had a little baby girl 2 months ago. 2 months today, actually.
Awesome. Yeah. I remember you guys going through that. And I remember you guys came to church the day that she was giving birth, right? Or maybe the night before, maybe the day before.
The day before, yeah.
The day before. I remember seeing you guys in there, and you was like, yeah, we're going to tomorrow. Yeah. I was like, man, well, get it in. So you got married and got some kids and everything. How did you come to know Christ? When you were a kid, did y'all do a lot of church stuff, or tell us a little bit about that?
So growing up, man, I don't know, it was a little rough as a child after my parents, they divorced when I was 7.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like my dad was always busy working a lot, gone, and then I stayed with my mom on and off. Now I stay with my dad on and off. Then, like, my mom just turned into, like, a bad alcoholic.
Yeah.
So I was around all that all the time. Then my dad, he was always gone, working, and then, I don't know, man, I just felt like I had to grow up fast.
Yeah. On your own a lot?
Got involved with some people that I probably shouldn't have, like, started just being a rebellion, like not caring. Like I had the stress from my childhood, like see all the other kids around me and stuff, like having like a family.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it just affected me growing up.
Yeah.
And I dropped out of school in like it's my junior year, and then ended up actually going back and graduating, and then see what else.
How do you meet Jesus? How does that happen?
So, I don't know, my family really wasn't like church oriented, Christ oriented.
Yeah.
Like I guess I got it from my grandma. Like she I went to church every now and then with her.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know, I always believed in God, and I would always pray, I guess you could say. But then, like, I met my wife. Like, she went to Catholic school and stuff, but she wasn't like she didn't go to church faithfully, or she wasn't like. But so I guess it wasn't until like me and my wife hit like a rough patch after our first child.
Yeah.
And like just went downhill. Like, I was worried about all the wrong things, like what I wanted to do. I didn't care about my feelings, her feelings. Stressed out, anxiety ridden, just trying to drink it all the way all the time.
Yeah.
And then just had my priorities all mixed up. And then I just tapped out, and to the point to where like we was getting divorced. Like, she moved out.
Man.
She was living in a whole nother house. This happened for like 2 months.
You guys have already had one kid at this point?
Yeah, we had our son at that time.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I was in a dark place at the time, like when all that was going on, and just depressed. Like, what did I do? Like, just kind of thinking about like everything that happened. Like, man, like I don't know what to do at this point.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, I laid in my house for like a week. Didn't do nothing. Didn't leave. Was barely eating. Just didn't care if I guess you could say I didn't care if I like died.
Were you working at the time? Like, you had a job?
Yeah, actually, I actually took a week off of work.
Wow.
Because I was in that bad of shape.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what to do. And then one morning, I woke up. I was like, man, I feel different this morning for some reason. So I actually made some coffee. Went sat down on my back porch. I was just sitting there, just listening to everything wake up. It was about like 8 o'clock in the morning. And then the Lord just spoke to me out of nowhere and was like, hey, there's a church down the street, and you need to be there this morning. That's where you need to be at.
Amen.
So I was like, all right, God. So got dressed. I went to the parking lot and I sat there for 30 minutes. Like, what am I doing? So I finally got out my truck and I went in, and I just lost it.
Yeah.
Like, man, like.
This is the church you're at now?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, yeah, this is the church we go to.
I just lost it. And I was like, wow. Ever since then, man, I won't miss a day.
Yeah.
It completely turned my life around.
So what are you doing differently now? You know, because before you started, you heard that call from God to get to church. You went to church. It changed your life. What changed after that? Like, you couldn't, obviously, you got on the right path because you're here now. So what did change look like in your life? Like, what happened?
Oh, my life, man, I just felt all my anxiety was gone. All my stress was gone. I don't let myself get angry so easy.
Yeah.
I don't let stress or anxiety consume me. Like, I give it to God.
Yeah.
I don't try to just hide it like I used to. I don't try to I don't try not to let myself take it out on my family or the ones around me.
Yeah.
I just don't let myself get built up.
You know, Cole was, when Cole was preaching earlier, he said that, you know, that people that knew him after he got clean from addiction, and they hear him talk about his past, like, no way, not you. And then the people that knew him while he was in addiction, and now they see him now, like, good Lord, look how much you've changed. And I didn't know you before you went through all this and you had this radical change in your life. And so when you're telling me that you used to deal with anger issues, you're as cool as the other side of the pillow, man. Every time I see you, you're just so laid back and everything. So obviously, you know, it's work. You know, maybe you just put on a good front. I don't know, but it just seems like every day I see you, you just, you know, really mellowed out. You're really cool, and you seem like you just don't let it. But I see you in church, man, and I see you leading your family. You know, you're showing up to our small group every other Saturday, and just you're walking the walk. What are some things that you have to have every day? So, like, what are the spiritual disciplines that help Gary out? Because they're all different for each of us, right? So what is it that makes you feel like you're getting closer to God?
Man, I just got to stay in the Word.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
I feel like when I don't, then if there's like a couple days where like I let life get so busy to where I can't just take a small part of my day every day to dedicate to Him.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, if I go without that, then I just feel it all creeping up, and then I'm like, I got to take a step back, slow down, and just get back in it.
Yeah. So your wife, you said your wife wasn't, she grew up Catholic, and she just it was kind of a hit or miss, go to church every now and then type thing. And then you guys start going to this church. Have you seen a change in her? Like,
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had some little bit of anger, like her stress, she battled depression.
Yeah.
And things like that. But I mean, since we've been going faithfully and try to lead her right, man, and try to let God work in her life. I mean, I've seen a huge change in her.
Yeah, it's my wife is kind of the same story. When we first got together, I'd put on worship music, and there was one time where she asked me to turn it off, and that, like, right there at that moment, I had to sit down and really think, am I doing the right thing by being with this woman? And I don't know what it was that made me stick around. I mean, she was really fun to hang around with, so I really enjoyed being with her. But to see the change that has happened in her life from that moment where I remember we were riding down Highway 22, and I put that music on, and she told me, "Hey, you got to turn that off. It makes me feel different." I was like, well, that's kind of a good thing, right? But to see her from that day to who she is now, man, it's amazing. And I don't know if it has anything to do with me. It probably does have a little bit to do with me. I mean, because the man leads us home, and she's really faithful, getting up every morning and staying in the Word. So I love seeing that. So I'm sure you see the same thing. You guys got a good little family now. Is there any more kids, or is that going to be you're putting a cap on it?
Man, I don't know. You got to pray on it.
There you go. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, right? So, yeah, man. Go ahead and get you about 7 of them, man. That's the thing to do. Get 7 of them.
Man.
That's good. What do you think about this event today? It's been pretty cool. We've been out here. We've heard two speakers. Oh, we had we came over here during the third guy. But Cole spoke, and then there was a pastor from Liberty Church in Baton Rouge that spoke. He did really good. And the worship's been great. So what do you think about this? Something that you glad you had to pick between golf and this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you picked coming out here.
Yeah, it's been good. Powerful messages, and I hope we're able to reach some people and lead them to the Lord.
I think so too, man. I think there's a lot going on out here. It's going to go for another hour, and they're going strong, man. They hadn't stopped. So, well, Gary, man, it's awesome, man. Thanks for getting on with us and sharing your story. We'll put some little clips together, and all the people that come up and talk to us, we'll put it all into one podcast. And now you're on a podcast, man. There you go, right? You're famous, huh?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, look, it's Gary Potts coming to you live out here at the park in Gonzales, man. Thanks for talking to us. All right, brother.
Faith Under the Lights podcast. Make sure to subscribe and share.